How you blink, how you talk, how you teach, how you reach, let it sink.
What's your purpose? What's your passion? Did it pay? What's your plan? Is it plain?
Wanna play? How'd you play? I'm just playing. What's your purpose? What's your passion?
Did it pay? What's your plan?
Is it plain? Wanna play? How'd you play? I'm just playing.
I'm a DJ in your town, looking for direction, matter of fact the produce section. Can I get more? On the way to school, walking by the prison door, plus 2 liquor stores and a dog park. Talk about an eyesore when the post park. Have you ever seen a collard green when it grow up? Now show up. But why they
take that one. Well, you can take it. I mean, because we get more. There he is. What's going on, bro? Yeah, you can take it.
I mean, it's something about a fresh line. Make a man feel like $1 million. Fresh fade, get the tape or the shadow on it. Them waves so deep, you need a paddle for them. I mean, it's more than just hair. It's the confidence you feeling when you step up out that chair. And I swear, they tell me every bob is mean. From Trav Herm, B to Saeed, now say hello to the team. Cause the style supreme, my nigga, don't forget the style supreme. They know the style supreme, supreme style. Keep the whole town clean, get a can of that sheen. Spray it on me, make me feel like a king. That's what I mean by gold dreams. And they gon' get up on this smooth shit one day. And you could even bang this cut on a Sunday, Monday. A bunch of Blake Griffins with them clippers. A Chris Paul throwing lives to us all. It's more than a cut, you don't need no stitches for this. Walking around with your missus for this. They know it's squizzy, but we gon' say exquisite for this. Exquisite for this. Put your sons, put your pops, put your neighbors on it. That flavor.
In my day, Barber was a counselor. He was a fashion expert. He was a style coach, pimp, just general all-around hustler.
All the 66 years I lived, I said all them things a long time ago. But I say this here, I'm still pretty.
Good morning, peace, Hotep, Grand Rising. Coming to the room. Assalamu alaikum. Coming to the room. You are watching the Supremely Faded podcast, the real barbershop podcast. We got the Supreme Style Barbers in the building. They are here, kinda, sorta. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, sir. Hola.
Coming to the room, we're gonna have a really good show. We got a really good topic that is coming up. Y'all should have seen it when you got the notification, if you got a notification. But to start out, Travis, Brian, Saeed went to go boo-boo. Right before the show, he gets nervous. Nervous bubble guts.
Hey, that's real.
But what about them Broncos?
I mean, we lost, but you know.
We can skip this week about them.
We could have won
They
this
won
game.
5 in a row, though. I mean, that's an incredible feat to win 5 games in a row in the
Hey,
NFL.
you said you went to go boo-boo.
Playoff hopes are still alive and well, right?
Yes, sir.
We still got playoff hopes.
They're a little less than
As long
we
as
were.
Kansas City keep losing.
Longest
We gotta win, though.
Yeah, but it looks encouraging, right? Because they 6-6 right now.
Yeah. 6-6.
Okay.
Gotta keep winning.
All right. What else is going down? How was you guys' weekend? Anything exciting happen?
Yes.
What happened, Trav?
I slept. Got some good sleep. You didn't go out? 50-plus-year-old sleep. Huh? You didn't go out? Hell no. I was so tired.
That's good.
Yeah, I slept. Went to birthday parties on Sunday, though, so I missed the Bronco games. The end of the Bronco game.
That is good. That's some good. That's some good 50-year-old man. 52-year-old man weekends. Get some good sleep.
Yeah.
I love getting good sleep. Sleep is important. People don't realize how important sleep is. Who we got in the room? Oh, Mrs. Muhammad is in the room. Hello, Mrs. Muhammad. Yolanda's in the building.
Co-hostess with the co-mostess.
Yolanda's in the
Yolanda,
building.
you could have been up in here with that culture.
Tip is in the building.
So that's the bougie part of the black people.
We got some Yuda's in the building. We got some beautiful people in the building.
You the best. You the best.
You the best is in the building. Drag Watson is in the building. Drag.
Duke's in there. Ah, shit.
Dominique Wortham. Peace to the God. Mrs. Charles is in the building. Hey, Mrs. Charles.
Hey. Carlotta's in the building?
She's in the building.
What?
Nicole is in the building. Mrs. Adams is in the building. Oh, they coming in. They're coming into the room.
June.
We got a good subject. Cause we talk crazy from time to time. From time to time. But we're also there's a serious side to the Supreme Style Barbers. And in the wake of us coming off of the so-called Thanksgiving holiday, and I know some of y'all are still stuffed. Some of y'all still eating turkey and turkey chili and turkey gumbo, and Keno got chitlin juice running down off his jaw from.
This is part of our black culture. Look at the camera. Being late is part of our culture.
That's black culture. No, that's Negro culture. Oh man. But in the wake of coming off of that so-called holiday, and then we are going into the so-called Christmas season or Xmas season.
Why is it Xmas?
Because they X Christ out.
Wow.
Bye, buddy.
Who did that?
Bye, Jesus.
Really? Yeah, of course.
Let me turn the mic up. The room mic. Boone is up in here. Say good morning, Boone.
Good morning. Good morning.
That's Chris Boone for y'all.
Chris Boone is in the building.
The legendary. Kiana Lee is in the building.
Kiana Lee is in the building.
Kiana Lee.
So
Marcus. Don't forget about Marcus. He ain't gonna be quiet over there.
Marcus is in the building. He got a case full of pickles. Hot, sweet pickles.
Some good pickles.
Some really good pickles. We'll have to plug those pickles. But we're going into the so-called Christmas season. So the question comes up. The Unbreakables in the building. Steve's in the building, Trav.
What?
The question comes up, man. What is black culture? What is black culture? That's the question that we're asking ourselves today. That's what we're asking you in the chat room. What's black culture? Is Thanksgiving black culture?
Yeah. Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Sai's over there looking real confused.
I don't know.
Is Thanksgiving culture?
Is that black culture? We have to talk about
it
black
is now.
culture.
We made it.
It is
we
now.
made it our culture.
Because we gather together with food, we eat, we watch football. That is a part of our culture now. We've adopted someone else's culture.
Every Sunday, you know how you used to sit down and have
That used to be
a
calendar.
with the family.
Yeah,
You
look
know,
at your
Sundays, every Sunday you sit down and eat a good meal and talk about the week.
That's
That
it.
don't go. That don't go down every Sunday.
Even when
we were enslaved and we would fall on these holidays. We would create our own things which would develop into our culture. So yeah, this is a part of our culture. This was by proxy someone else celebrating their culture.
Okay. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let's define. And Yuta said we got some reverb. Hold on, let me turn down these mics a little bit. Thank you, Yuta. You guys let us know how we're sounding. A lot of times everybody running their mouth at the same time. That's okay.
That's culture.
That's part of the culture. How's that sound, Yuta? Does that sound a little better? I think that sounds a little better. So culture. Let's define culture. How about that?
Culture is a way of life.
Culture, by definition, is the customary beliefs, social forms, and material traits of a racial, religious, or social group. Also, the characteristic features of everyday existence, such as diversions or a way of life shared by people in a place or time. Another definition is the set of shared attitudes, values, goals, and practices that characterizes an institution or organization. Well, we're talking about black people, so we're talking about particularly black people in America, because we were robbed
of our culture.
Of culture.
Absolutely.
We were robbed of culture. And so now we find ourselves redefining ourselves by someone else's culture.
Right. Like,
because I would argue that Thanksgiving is really celebrating Europeans' conquest of natives and taking all their land and everything that they had.
Right.
And for us, being that we were slaves during that time, it was simply a day off.
Mm-hmm.
So we can say that it might be culture, but really not.
Nah, I disagree, homeboy. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one, because when we start coming around that so-called holiday, certain aspects of it is our culture.
Right.
Yeah. We got people that come into this barbershop buying bean pie. That's a part of our culture.
Right.
You know, you have, unfortunately, you got people who will turn around and eat chitlins. That is, that is a slave culture that we still, adhere to during these holidays.
And we buy Miss Ward's pies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I disagree, because like the people that stay up and cook every year, like stay up all night and cook. Like my wife stayed up all night cooking, and that reminded me of like my grandma, my mom. You know how they used to do when we was younger. So I think it's the things that we went through when we was younger that kind of define like what we call culture. And that's the only time around that time is family like really get together that's positive, on some positive stuff, because when all our families usually get together, it's during a funeral or something negative.
Right.
So I think around the holidays is good for us. Just
okay.
Have that.
B, what you say?
I think having a holiday, whether we call it Christmas or Thanksgiving, bringing family together, I think it's good for our culture, because whatever you do during that time, you're spending time with family.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right, and I mean, to have that day off again, that's great to have a day off to spend with family, but that means we're turning it into something else. Like this past so-called Thanksgiving, we called it Family Day.
Right.
Like I'm spending time with my family, but Thanksgiving is not part of my culture.
No, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if we're looking at it like that, then Thanksgiving absolutely is not part of our culture unless we choose to celebrate it in the same way that the European celebrates it.
And that's what I was saying, redefining it. We're redefining by calling it or calling it Family Day.
Then Thanksgiving is not part of our culture.
That's what I was saying on Sunday.
But what
together and as a family, like black people have soulful Sundays. And then part of the day off.
Sunday dinner.
And you get together and discuss what the week was about or what's going forward in the next week.
So what was it prior to us calling it Family Day? Well, we still, as your wife said in the chat, celebrating genocide.
Celebrating genocide. So look, Drag wants me to read his comment. Which, Drag, I'm going to get to your comment, brother. Be patient. Here we go. Black culture is surviving with the white culture. Black culture is surviving with, or should that be what? What the white culture has done for 47 years, and that's what black culture is surviving when we did not write one rule or law on this earth. My mother didn't write one, or my dad, but yet we got to obey another culture's rule. That's why we are, and this is why we call it a black culture surviving the white culture. I said it's facts, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would say, I'm not scared of you, I belong to God, and that's facts, as Brother Minister Farrakhan would say. Fear no one but God. Of course I agree with that, brother. If you evoke the name of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, come on, man, we ain't gonna disagree with that. But just going back to the definition, right? The customary beliefs, social forms, and material traits of racial, religious, or a social group. So what is our culture? We know that we've adopted, because we've been in this country, a slave culture.
Right.
We take days off when white folks say we could take days off.
Yeah.
But is that black culture? Is that something that people could say, this is what blacks in America do? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, leading you guys with another question, culture involves music, it involves art, it involves things, customary things that we do every single day. So with that being said, is for instance, hip hop, black culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, but that's our culture. But somebody else is getting paid off of that. Like,
but prior to
we
them getting paid,
they getting paid.
But it was an art form of the poor at one point in time, so it was a part of our culture.
And it was like the uplifting fact. Hip hop started out like the uplifting to bring us up, but then they turned and made our culture like NWA, like, you know what I'm saying? We got niggas with attitude, and that changed the whole shit. Cause I look and I still see niggas wearing Dickies and, you know,
but that's NWA.
Just doing the things that they saw like back then, like to change our culture.
But that's how white corporate interests saw what our culture was, and it's like, let's steer it this way. If this is what they like, let's move it this way.
Since they like this music so much, let's give them this.
And so now we think that that's the toxic part of hip hop is a part of our culture.
Well, you think it's America?
But
it's America,
right? But whether it's because there's going to be a positive and there's going to be a negative to any and everything that we do, right? So whether you have there's some toxic aspect of it, it's still. Is it still part of the culture?
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we watch our African.
But the thing, they glorified that.
The African dudes that come over here from Africa, they come over here and, you know, we thinking like they're gonna be like Africans, regular Africans. They turn into niggas like Americans, running up and down Kofax, robbing and acting a fool, like on drugs.
Right.
Struck my now. And we like, they done got Americanized.
So what? So yeah, that's my family and I. We went to the it was like Ethiopian Food Fest out in Montbello.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of their youth, man, it was like niggas in the 90s, man. Just man, you know they you know, and it's So what they look at is, I want to be like, you know, adopt Black American culture. They think that that's our culture, which it is.
Okay, listen. Nichelle makes a really good point. Nichelle says, what Black culture should be is a broad range of cultural practices that have emerged from the experiences of Black people worldwide, including music, dance, literature, fashion, cuisine, and more. Black culture is diverse, dynamic, and constantly evolving, reflecting the rich and complex history, struggles, and achievements of Black communities. I like that.
That's it.
I like that.
We can stop the show right there.
Powerful.
Right.
Mic drop.
Hey.
Hip hop thing, I want to talk about that a little bit. I remember I grew up listening to like early hip hop in the 80s, early 80s, right? Oh, and there's a mixtape. I used to make mixtapes, right? But I was listening to like intelligent hip hop though, like Public Enemy and Boogie Down Productions. And then I noticed the shift, like you were saying, with NWA. But there was still some good stuff out there. Like Outkast came out in the 90s, but it started going commercial. You know?
Yeah, we didn't want to hear. I mean, you know, we don't want to hear that shit. Like, we want to hear some gangster shit.
You wanted to hear some gangster shit. Let's make that a statement. You wanted to.
I mean, Saeed's East Coast.
No, I'm not. I like East Coast, but
you love East Coast.
But I play a lot of West Coast. I play a lot of down south.
He's well-rounded. He's
well-rounded, but he loves the East Coast.
I lean a little bit more with the East Coast, you know.
So I'm telling y'all, when women and children come in here, Saeed, he'll scratch that West Coast rap. He's like, these niggas is cussing. He'll put on some cussing niggas from the East Coast. And I'm like, these niggas is cussing too. He like, but they ain't cussing like that.
You know what?
It was all hijacked. It was all hijacked.
Right.
The word of the year is hijacked.
Hijacked.
It was hijacked because I was in New York in the 70s. I think I might be about as old as all of you all. And it started off as a reason to, you were restricted in Brooklyn. You could not say what you wanted to say. So music was the answer. Music and that dance was, this is something y'all can't take from us off the street. So right, like anything else, it was taken, hijacked, corporate. I work at the theater. I must have seen maybe a total of 100 people in 2 days at Hip Hop Nutcracker were here that were Black. So that tells you where the money is.
Yeah, and I don't think that part could be ignored. Like, you guys make a really good point. Like, hip hop, of course, did start as a art form of poor Black people, you know what I mean, in New York and the Bronx and whatnot. And it started as a way for us to express what it was that we were going through in the community, right? And then, of course, it got monetized, it got commercialized, and now hip-hop culture that's controlled by corporations, they feed us what it is that they want us to consume, right? So instead of a Public Enemy or a Professor Griff or whoever's positive, Big Daddy Kane, now we got Sexy Red and all these little ratchet little chicks running around here acting up. Right? And I don't, that's very negative when it comes to what culture should be, because culture is supposed to cultivate the human being, the people, into being something better, right? But we're not being cultivated by a Sexy Red or Lotto or any of these other little ratchet little chicks. But that is unfortunately part of so-called hip hop culture, which is part and partial to Black culture.
Right.
So is it good?
Yeah. And just like Michelle's comment, that entails all of that.
Right.
Good and bad.
Nichelle said, my pH balance gets thrown off watching Sexy Red.
Right. Are you serious?
And you just said that. You just said it's spiritual warfare. And that is the absolute truth. That is the absolute truth.
Right.
Hey.
So going back to Drag's original post, the beauty of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam, and a lot of us don't understand this. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan now, when they began teaching, they gave us a new culture, right? A new culture that we never had. We didn't know anything about culture, but that's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad came to bring us. So he taught us, he totally re-educated and retrained us to think and act in a certain way, right? So that we wouldn't be beholden to the culture that we had been given by our open enemies. And so that needs to be examined. Like, why do the brothers and the sisters in the nation move the way that they move? We have a totally different culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so Sexy Red, and I don't want to pick on Sexy Red. You know, she's a young sister who's still developing. You know what I mean? But all these young people who are putting out this type of music, we have to understand that they're not the ones who putting it out. They're the ones performing it, but the ones who are putting it out are those corporate entities. Really, the synagogue of Satan is the one that's really putting it out.
Those who want to shape our culture.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, they're steering them in that direction.
Exactly. And so they're tools.
So I think in the beginning of hip hop, I mean, like after the bag came out, the so-called bag came out, they steered the fellas towards the prison, and now they steering the girls. So I think that's why a lot of people are really not liking like the hip hop with the girls. This is the most female rappers I ever seen.
This speaks of the arrogance of these people in white corporate interests that'll tell you this is your culture.
Right.
You go this way.
Right.
And then unfortunately you got some like, oh, I like her. And they moving that way anyway.
But honestly, man, we're being steered by this whole system of things. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're going into the Christmas season. Like Thanksgiving wasn't even over before these Christmas commercials was already on. And they bringing the tree into Rockefeller Center, and now you about to get all stressed out thinking about how much money you gonna spend on a whole bunch of stuff that you can't afford your kids gonna throw in the corner anyway.
So we have a conflict between what's culture and what's indoctrination.
Right.
Well, that's what it is. It's indoctrination.
It's absolutely indoctrination. And the thing is, we practice certain things, and we deal with holidays that we really don't even understand.
Right.
That's my thing. Like, if you're gonna do something, at least understand what the hell you're doing.
Right. Right.
I'm in my Muslim month right now. so just know, Chris, I turned Muslim around 20th of December. No Christmas. Talk to me after work.
But this is why I like, going back to, like Andre 3000's album.
Right.
To where it's like a counter to this thing that they're pushing on us.
Right.
Where you just kind of like, you don't need no words right now. You might need to sit and listen for a minute. Professor Griff, by the way, just dropped the album.
Really?
Which is outstanding.
Really?
And it's called A Sappho Soul. And it's on the same frequency as an Andre 3000, but it's nothing but positive affirmations through the whole thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful album.
Man, that's
but you know what? A lot of people don't want to be positive. They want that negative. They want that shit.
That's a dopamine hit, though. That's people addicted to trauma.
Yeah, they want the shit. Like,
right.
That's why
we all have levels of that. We all have levels of that.
Well said, it's addicted to trauma, and we have not healed as a people.
Because we still are traumatized people.
Constantly traumatized.
Right.
Day in, day out. Our kids are traumatized. You can only learn from
what you see.
Just like we'll sit up in here and we'll watch some boxing or something and let somebody get knocked the hell all the way out.
That's
Right.
good.
That's like a dope hit right there.
That's
man.
good. He shouldn't be in the ring if he going.
Listen, I gotta read Drag's comment. Drag got a very important comment here. He says, "Let me share something with you. When my mom passed away, or when Allah called her home and accepted her, Minister Farrakhan did my mom's funeral. My mom was with the nation, and just to let you know, my brothers, I have to be there within 3 days, and I had to not cry and go in this room and see my mother so she can be accepted. So when I'm speaking about Thanksgiving, does not serve no purpose to you and us. You are absolutely right, my brother, who I've been trying to connect with for the longest, and I need to get at me. Yeah, brother, come through. Drag, I already told you that, brother. And Big Mike is in the building. He said they are using our music against us.
Right.
Man, that's real.
That let you know they study us.
It's a war.
It's a war.
Yeah, he said, look at Atlanta Housewives.
Right.
We love to we love to look at a damn train wreck. We love to see a train wreck.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
But that ain't good TV though. If you ain't watching
The
it.
world is built anyway. It's all built on negativity. And the only people that get positive are the people that are making money on it. Because they're looking at it as, well, we're controlling. So everybody else is under control of that. Like people talk about, the Illuminati or Masons and things like that, which is part of all culture too, because we do have black people in those secret societies, which we didn't make. You know what I'm saying? But we're still part of that culture.
So you look at like when rap was like really like in the streets, and Common came out with an album. We was like, man, listen to that shit. Like nobody really like was messing with Common because he was like so positive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to hear nothing positive right now. Ain't nothing positive in my life going on. You know what I mean? So I want to hear this. What I'm going through. I'm gonna ride out to this. You know what I'm saying? They can kick my door at any time right now.
But I don't
want to hear no comments.
But that's
Yeah.
Network. What's the show you watch on there?
Nigga, I watch all that shit. I
I
watch all the 50 Cent bullshit. I watch all that.
So when you are seeing that and then they're listening to the music too, I mean, they're all.
But see, I know it's just TV though. But you get a 18-year-old, 17-year-old, they think that's real life. Like, you know what I mean? 15, they think it's real life.
Just like how this music is on our radio, forming our kids' brains.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are enforcing the culture that they want on our kids, which is prison the pipeline. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To do all the dumb.
And the most important thing, listen, Daryl says violence sells. Tanisha says ratchet and ignorance sells.
Yes, it does.
Because these people know how damaged we are.
Right.
And they feed us more of the shit that damages us.
Exactly.
Because we have found a comfort zone in that shit.
Right.
Yeah,
that's point blank. And white folks get rich off of our hurt.
They absolutely do.
They want to tell us how to hurt.
Right.
They want to tell us how to deal.
And then call it culture.
Well, as a black people, I think when we get things that are positive, we always say, well, what's something's going to go wrong? So if something is going right, you're already like, oh no, this can't be that good. It can't be that good.
I got a question. Hot question. Should black people celebrate Christmas?
No.
Hell no.
I tried to take it away a couple of years ago. Now I got more trees in my house than downtown.
I don't think we should.
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
It's a money grab. Like we spending our rent money, mortgage money on gifts, and then we looking at each other like, damn, the light's about to get cut off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
now I'm behind on my mortgage. Now I got
and we play catch up. We good at that. We'll play catch up. Like,
right.
No, I'll do it next month. I'm gonna take away from the public service district, and I'm gonna get you this PlayStation. Oh, bullshit.
I think that goes more into self-control. Because if you buy into all that, like, oh, I gotta get this for the kids,
No, but we was raised on that.
Yeah, but you can break that chain also.
Yeah, you can break it, but then it's hard. That's like people leaving cable. Like for the Fire Stick, there's still people that got cable that's paying $400 a month. And I'm like, you still got cable? Like, you serious? All you need is the internet. Like, come on, man. Get you this Fire Stick for $120. Jailbroken.
Right. Drag said, hell no. Because that's part of somebody else's culture. And the thing is, it's a made up holiday. It's pagan at its roots. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ.
It's just
or religion.
You know, it's just the make some money for.
That's exactly right.
That's all it is.
Just makes the merchants richer.
Makes the merchants.
Well, you know how like if you grow up and somebody lie to you every day, but then they decide to start telling you the truth, you're not gonna believe the truth. You want that lie. You want to still hear that lie.
But people will argue you down and be like, well, this is a part of my religious tradition and stuff. But even when you go into the Bible, with Jeremiah 10:2, it tells you don't even put up a Christmas tree.
Put up a tree.
Right.
It was fasten it down and deck it with silver and gold. They ripped that. Do not follow the ways of the other heathen.
They ripped that page out the Bible like this one ain't in there.
This is some more
I don't care what
corporate interests, you know.
Celebrate.
And then it's dealing with astrology and and the whole astronomy or whatever.
That's
and
culture.
The winter solstice and
with the winter
all that good
solstice
stuff.
and everything because
But people think that's our culture.
Well,
They're not educated.
going home to grandma after you done got off of school and you sitting up in the living room and grandmama made you some whatever you peach cobbler. It's a comforting thing.
That's what it
to
is.
us. You associating grandmama with the sweet that you eating and and the feeling that you get and the music and the lights. Yeah, that stuff is pretty. Some of the music is pretty, but dude, I mean, how is it really serving us though in the long run? Like Trav said, it's making you more financially in debt.
Absolutely.
But you get depressed.
Depression.
This is the time you get depressed.
And the highest rates of suicide are during this time of year.
You get depressed and stressed. Depression kicks in around now because all those loved ones that you had, because you celebrated this time with them and they're gone. So you're like, I don't even want to do this year. And that's every year, this time comes around, people like, I don't really fuck with the holidays.
Right.
Because,
By March, everybody is stressed because you're paying those bills you're trying to pay again.
No, because you got your taxes back. Don't trip.
You get taxes back already.
But I'm not. But like, I don't think we should be the ones to just be like, you shouldn't do this, man. If that's where they at, that's where they at.
Daryl said, y'all being cheap.
But look at the things that we fall for. When I was a kid, then there was the Tooth Fairy. Did we fall for it? Am I the only one here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I believe that.
Okay, the Tooth Fairy. So you got attention because your tooth was full. You got some money up under the pillow, and you never saw the damn Tooth Fairy.
Right.
Rainy said. Rainy said. Oh yeah, I fucked Christmas up for all my kids. Who's Santa?
So Tashaka Abdul said, growing up as a kid in Denver, my stepdad didn't allow Christmas or Thanksgiving in the house. Good for him. Nichelle said, we live in a capitalist country. Capitalism is directly tied to money. So this country can only function if money is being spent.
And who's the biggest?
So we're trained to buy and purchase material things when in reality our true gifts, our living and breathing, and the feelings we get from those we love and care about. That's so true.
Michelle done had 2 cups of coffee this morning.
Michelle been going viral all week.
She popping this morning, man.
She been going viral all week. She was talking about Denver niggas earlier. Had them all mad this week.
So we celebrate Christmas just to make white folks rich.
Right.
They done tell us about the tooth fairy, like Marcus said.
And we're keeping it going like this.
We celebrate Thanksgiving when they killed all the Indians. That's a common theme going on
our
here.
Native brothers and ourselves, because we're part of the Native family too.
Right.
even commercialized Juneteenth already.
Right.
Yeah,
We ran the numbers first.
Now that was culture. Now you see the corporate interest coming into it.
We ran the numbers first, then they started the lotto.
Juneteenth
we
ice cream.
smoked our weed and sold the weed, and now they got dispensaries.
Right.
Black History Month.
Oh yeah.
Everything they took everything and made it corporate.
HBCUs now have Nike or tennis shoes or whatever you want. It's all. That's what it is.
It's about money.
Black folks are marketable.
It's about money.
We're real marketable.
And black people are, like to B's point, the biggest consumers.
Biggest consumer.
The biggest spender.
So it has nothing to do with
least
culture.
amount of
And we're buying things to fill that void.
Fill the void.
That hole in the soul that has never been healed, that's been existing since slavery.
Right.
Tanisha said we live rich to die broke. I said, damn.
It's true.
It's true. Because we buy things that the Jordans. When I grew up, you got the new pair of Jordans, you the man. If you don't, you just scrub.
You know
what I'm saying?
I was a scrub.
But I'm just saying, maybe your parents couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get no girl, you ain't got no Jordan.
Yeah.
But the whole thing was, it's about how you look. You go to school, you got eyes out on your eye. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. We're grown now. Drive a nice car. Oh, you must got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Or what part of the neighborhood do we live in? You know what I'm saying?
Keep up with the Jones.
Hey, you know the fake chains look just like the real chains now.
Huh?
You said what?
The fake chains look just like the real chains now. I'll go on Temu and buy me one for $12. Fuck y'all. Y'all don't know it's fake.
Yeah.
And Drag said it makes the consumer richer, and it makes us look absolutely like they want us to, looking poor, trying to buy their expensive toys. F them. Give us our bread, Fred, because we coming to get it by any means necessary.
But people will say, but it's for the children. It's for the children, you know. And I feel bad if my child don't have something and somebody else has, and the tree and
that's
it pulls you all the way in.
Who do?
Essence said, "Sure did, you Grinch."
If they
yes. Say if you want it, go get it. This is what you have now.
Yeah.
That's what we don't do a boundary.
Yeah,
we're trying to keep up with, or don't want our kids to feel bad. Why? Because when I felt bad, I had Payless shoes. I couldn't feel bad. I got whatever shoes I could get. But if you're not groomed and taught that, and you're taught, oh, you're going to get the next pair of shoes, you're going to get the next pair of whatever, you can expect that. You're expecting that. And your kids are expecting to get their kids that. And it's what we feed into.
Yes, ma'am. Tashaka said, I don't recognize no holidays. Only one holiday I recognize is Martin Luther King Day.
Right.
That you don't get your day off. Oh, man. Boy, it's something else. Tanisha said, during COVID, black people went out and brought Benzes, but need to go fund me to be buried. Need to go fund me to be buried, but we driving a Mercedes Benz. Oh,
true.
man.
That was true.
Drag said he's going to be an amazing Muslim. Come on, brother Drag. I'm ready for you, brother. Let's go.
Yeah,
and Anu said, I never put up a Christmas tree. And we shouldn't. You know, we shouldn't do anything that we don't understand just because somebody else is doing it. You know what I mean? And that's what frustrates me about the holidays and black people is we just do stuff just because everybody else is doing it.
Right.
That's
it's cute.
And we do understand.
Happy 4th of July. What was you doing? What was you doing in 1776?
Right. A slave.
Man, we pop firecrackers, man.
I remember a couple years ago when they were doing that thing online, you give somebody $20.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that thing? It was all black folks.
It was a little Ponzi scheme.
During the holidays. What's up with that?
It was the Ponzi, man.
Money, though. And black culture is usually, I thought it was about hustling, making money, you know, taking care of your family. And I think we're getting away from all that.
But you know what? I do have to acknowledge that black people in the last few years are claiming August as their month of celebration.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Black August, where you had the the Haitian rebellion. You had the Nat Turner insurrection. You had, you know, George Jackson, you know, his prison escape attempt. You know, a whole lot of things, you know, dealing with black culture happened in August.
Right.
And people are claiming that as Black August. So now black people are once again, just like how we had Juneteenth, where it was ours, are claiming August as ours, you know, and to celebrate certain things. Somebody had like a month map on the things that happened in black history in America and in the whole diaspora, which is good. And then white folks will probably go be like, oh,
well, August is there.
Black August t-shirts up at Walmart.
On that note, then we need to celebrate today because today is National Travis Day.
It's today.
Look it up, Derek. December 6th. Today's my day.
National
We'll talk more
Travis
about
Day.
that. Today is National Travis Day.
Look,
Cash at me.
And so someone asked earlier. No, I think it was Rainey who asked earlier in the chat. Like, what's the solution? What's the solution to the lack of black culture? What is it that we need to do? Black August is one thing, right?
We first have to have the conversation.
Gotta have the conversation.
Gotta have the conversation. That's first.
And be open.
Yeah.
And be open to agree and disagree that we need to continue on grooming it, whether it's via Black Arts Festival, and they're gonna say all the time, that's an educational tool right there.
Right.
That we have that people come, groom these young kids, groom these young
Take your
families,
kids to those
groom
things,
them
yeah.
about who they are and where they should be going with it. And some of that has stopped, unfortunately, I have to say.
What's that Grooves in the Park or something?
Vibes in the park.
Vibes in the park.
That's another thing that's cultural, you know, resurgence.
More people learn about it.
Vibes in the park be cracking.
And you don't have like Verizon down there. You don't have like, you know, you don't have a booth. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes.
Brought to you by
So what's the answer?
Anubis said the answer is codification. Black people staying on code. I feel you on that.
Right.
But they not don't do that.
Yeah, right.
If we keep saying we ain't, we ain't.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like, all of us in this room could be on code, and then as soon as somebody come in, it's like,
Oh, you get everybody who comes in here, get them to get on code, and then we build like that.
I think part of it is, you know, no one ever wants to hear this answer, but it's the truth. Separation. Separation is the best and only solution. We have to come up with our own everything.
Own everything.
Our own everything. So we have to come up with our own holidays. I celebrate Savior's Day.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we have to do.
Yeah. We celebrate as Muslims, we celebrate Eid.
Celebrate Eid.
27th,
Sir?
Savior's Day is February 27th.
February 26th.
26th.
And Shed's in the building.
Shed G.
Oh, he said August is also Shed's birthday. So we need to celebrate. You ain't done nothing.
Rainey said starting our own schools.
Starting our own schools.
That's where
That's
it starts.
culture.
That's culture.
Dr. Umar got a school for us.
Shit.
Stop.
He's a culture killer. He make you don't want to believe in nothing.
Hustlers are a part of the culture.
I guess so.
But don't hustle us.
Daryl said, I'm still going to celebrate 420. That's our problem right there. That is not black culture. That's another thing that they selling you, Daryl, that you shouldn't be buying is this experimental weed, this whole scientific weed they got out here. That's worse than crack.
We got to talk about that.
420 is really like a racist holiday.
Yeah, it goes down on
That's
420.
Hitler's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Whose birthday? Hitler.
Yeah.
Everybody token
that's their way of celebrating his birthday. This token. It's like, man. No, that's Hitler's birthday.
Randy's right though. It starts with our own schools. It starts with our own everything, our own businesses. That's how we perpetuate black culture. That's how we perpetuate the music that we want to hear. Is if we have our own venues and we play that positive hip hop that's going to be enlightening and uplifting rather than that ratchet stuff that they're putting out.
Right. And just like what Rainey says, Rainey has small children. She get with another sister with some small children. Just do an independent school co-op. Create the culture.
Create the culture.
Your own culture.
Create your own culture. And it's hard, man, because we have to separate ourselves from the Caucasian in every single way. And most of us aren't ready to do that. We aren't ready to let go. We love them.
That's the Jim Crow law, man.
We love them.
Man, y'all got to go to the club one time.
What's at the club, Trav?
No, for real. Like, y'all will see why the Sexy Red songs are so big. Because when that song drops, I swear.
We know why they so big. That's easy. It's on that low vibration.
All the way.
It's on that low vibration. The bassest music you could ever have.
But then we do this at 20 with 2 Live Crew in the club.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't stop, get it. We've been there, done that.
We know what that is.
Right. You gotta say it.
It's like
different. Because when we was coming up, they wasn't twerking.
Man, it's just like in Travis, just like when they cloned Tyrone, man. You know what I'm saying? The club scene with the Tyrone vibration. They just want you to trust and obey, right?
It don't matter.
Don't do
it. Trust and obey.
Y'all gotta see this part of the show.
They want you to trust and obey.
I know you know.
We gotta get in everything back. Obedience.
I'm gonna put that part of the movie on.
Give Jim Jones a run for his money.
In the church.
They got the crew down too.
It don't matter
how bad your life is.
How bad your life is.
Trust and obey.
Trust and obey.
Isn't that not what we're doing right now? Trusting and obeying.
Look, it don't matter. We're going to celebrate Christmas anyway.
Use a lie. Y'all's generation invented twerking. That's true, Ed. That is true. We used to call it popping, no.
Trust in his vision. Trust. Woo!
So you gonna find a way to play that quick every show, huh?
You gotta trust. Drop that beat. Drop that beat.
You should put it on
man, we gonna find it. You right, man. We gonna find a way to put that in every show. Cause it don't matter. They still gonna go Christmas shopping. It don't matter.
Every show. Cause it don't matter.
It does not matter. It does not matter. So, what else, man? What else are the solutions? That's what we're looking for right now. Solutions. Solutions.
But people always, they want to, we got Kwanzaa, but, that holiday was invented by a damn.
Yeah.
What?
Government informant. Ain't nobody want to celebrate that shit.
You gonna bust up their Kwanzaa site?
You don't fuck up Kwanzaa. They don't want to make nobody no present.
Oh, Ron Karenga. Ain't nobody trying to celebrate Ron Karenga holiday. I thought I did. I was like, man.
Oh, man.
No, I ain't trying to do this.
Charles Boyd said he needs more explanation of how 420 is racist.
Uh-oh. Now the weed smokers are
coming. His birthday.
Boy, y'all. We're going to do a whole show. Should we do a show on the weed?
Yes, we should.
Do a whole show on the weed.
We should.
But we got to be high when we do it.
We got to be high when we do it. We got to be able to smoke in here.
The weed, like everything else that's selling us, brother, is not good for us. And it's not that old school Reggie that you used to smoke back in the day.
Your daddy used to smoke while he was working on the car. This ain't your daddy's weed. That weed got you high as this building. This new weed that had you taxiing at 35,000.
Man, for real.
Right.
It's
Sleepy
this
time.
weed is a detriment to the community. That's real.
That's an option, Yolanda.
Yolanda said just grow your own. But that's debatable though.
What's that?
Growing your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
you
where
need
you getting the seeds
certain
from?
pesticides to keep it going.
Right.
You know, so but
If you want to
it's
grow
really
your own,
detrimental to our
give me a
youth.
call.
y'all.
I have a lot
Weed is really detrimental to our youth.
That's the next. That's gonna be the next show. That's
Every
gonna be the
high
next
school
show.
game I've been to, these little kids come in stanking
Right.
off that weed.
That's part of the black culture now.
Can I want to say this about weed, no matter whether it's good weed or bad weed. Smoking isn't good.
Yeah.
You can't fill your lungs up with smoke and think that you're doing a good thing.
Right.
That's just not good. It's not healthy. It's taking away from your life. It really is. So just stop. But we'll do a show on weed. We're gonna break that down. Because the weed that they got out here is feminizing black men as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Went around all these.
Said it's giving y'all titties.
All these little young dudes looking dainty around here.
Taking their tender ass outside to go smoke a blunt.
Yolanda said, what?
and my wife said weed is bad for the brain. Don't grow your own either. And she's absolutely right. Yeah, we're going to go in on weed. We're going to piss a whole lot of people off. Because they're going to say, weed is from the earth.
No, it ain't. This weed is from a lab.
Like I said, if you grow your own, give me a call.
But
I got a lot
here's
of
the thing, though.
merchandise.
Everything is from the earth. That's the dumbest argument ever. Weed is from the earth. Everything is from the earth. Everything on
Cocaine
earth
is from the earth.
No green beans was from the earth until they put stuff in it.
Right.
And that's why I say don't litter, because nothing ever leaves the earth.
Coke is from the earth.
Coke is from the earth. Everything from the earth.
It's all from the earth. What happens to it?
That make it sound like it's better.
Right. Weed is from the earth.
It's
bro.
natural. This is.
My wife said it literally affects your brain
gone.
negatively and your hormones. We're going to go in on weed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
We're going to have one listener.
No, right. No, we're gonna have a whole lot of folks on the rebuttal inside the chat room.
They be like, well, God, Herbert tripping. Herb tripping. Keno.
What's the
I need my weed.
what's the wife on the Simpsons? What's her name? Marge Simpson. People say it's from the earth. They got a strand called Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson.
Because they got blue hairs in it.
Elon Musk, they're running out of stuff today.
Wow.
Coming up.
Wow.
Travis Day is today.
Travis Day, they got to go down the street.
They got a Travis strand.
I better get you high. High am. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Obama fire. What is that?
Obama fire? They'll say California Kush.
I remember they had one called cat piss. Why would you put
Because it smelled like
cat
piss
in your mouth?
And it was fire too. It smelled like cat piss.
Cat piss.
Oh, man.
From Alabama had a song and he said, I'm smoking cat piss.
Yeah.
Honeycomb
Smoking
raisin.
cat piss. Stop smoking.
Well, ain't that it was in the vapes? Is some type of piss anyway?
I don't
I
know.
think it is.
Vaping is bad too.
Vaping's bad.
Horrible. You're coating your lungs with oil. We're going to that too. Because people think that's
Actually, he
healthier.
said, I'm taking a dog shit smoking cat piss. And when I broke it down, it meant that he was using a restroom because he was smoking water.
That sounds like a
which they call cat
that sounds
Oh
like that
my
sounds like
God.
a good that sounds like a good old nigga time like that.
I done got
A
sick.
good nigga time. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna invite you guys Smoking weed, boy, I tell you.
We need to invite some folks
We
in on
need to
that
add
one.
fentanyl to it. Shit.
Michelle, you wanna be in on this?
Add
Pull up.
fentanyl to it, man.
Pull up, Michelle.
To our meeting, Nation of Islam Denver, 4651 Tulsa Court. And we talk about solutions, Rainey. And Rainey has some good solutions in the chat. All of that. We need all of that. We need all of that.
Come through, Dale.
Come and check us out this Sunday. Oh, get my, I'm plugging my book
Read what
again.
Charles said.
Get my book, How to Get Rich in the Barber Cosmetology Game Handbook. You can get it here, $10. Go ahead and pick up a copy. All donations are going to go towards what we're trying to do is and this includes our Cash App and my Patreon. Every dollar that I raise online is going to go to building a mosque and a school here in the city of Denver, one that we actually own, right? Because we're about solutions. So that's what our efforts are towards. So donate. Also, get you a book. It's worth the read. It's a really good entrepreneurial endeavor.
Support.
Y'all got something to sell?
Yeah, we got pickle.
We got pickles. Show the pickle.
Yeah, bring your
Come
pickles.
on over
Let me see your
here,
pickles,
Marcus.
bro. Let me see your pickles.
The ladies love pickles.
This is the ladies' man. This is the pickle man, Marcus. Come and get your pickles. Hot pickles, sweet, hot.
Come get your pickles. Marcus, where can they get the pickles?
Come get your sweet hot pickle.
You can get some here. They'll be selling a couple jars here. The goal of the program is to help people create their own income, their own businesses. So we're looking forward to the partnership here. But you also can go to www.thepeoplespickles.com, and then next summer you can go to Safeway and pick them up.
Okay.
www.thepeoplespickles.com.
Negro pickles.
These pickles are really
Negro
good, y'all.
I started selling them in the barbershop, so I want to start working with barbershops on, have them in the stores for customers, just to get it out there, because you do got to get to a lot of jars. So yeah, especially the singles.
I like your logo.
$7.
Yeah, that's dope.
The pints are 12, but these guys will sell them.
And these pickles are fire.
They are really, really good.
I'm telling you, you take one. Woo-wee.
Hey,
pickles.
And let me say this. Let me say this about the barbershop too. Because if you want to get an honest criticism about your product, especially its food, if it's food, bring it to the barbershop.
Yeah, real shit.
Because they will not spare your feelings at all.
Not at all.
So go to astar2.com and schedule your appointment and get your merch as well. You saw the commercial a little bit earlier in the show before we started. If you weren't on, we'll show it again. But yeah, get your pickles. Y'all got anything else?
Haircuts.
Haircuts.
Come here without appointment.
Don't come here without an appointment.
Astar2.com.
You get your latest edition of the Final Call as well. You get that here.
The bigger figure just walked in.
The bigger figures in the
The
building.
lady said he was gonna be on the show today.
We gonna go cut some hair because we do that also.
You need to be next week's show. No, we're talking about weed.
Drag. I sent you my number last week, brother. So call me or text me. We'll get together. astar2.com, Brother Charles. astar2.com to set your appointment.
This pickle will make
Listen,
you
we're
twerk.
gonna get out of here. It's been a blast. We're gonna come back. We're gonna dissect that weed piece.
This pickle will make you twerk better.
Yes, sir, Brother Drag. I'll send you my number. We're out of here, man. We'll see y'all on the next one. Remember, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Peace. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. We both love and appreciate you for doing so, but we need for you to take some action and do us 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more favors. And that is, go ahead and smash that like button. Share it if you really dig the video. And also subscribe. That way you'll get a bell ding, a notification every time we post something. and it also helps us with regards to the algorithm that your people like to run. So go ahead and do that, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.